Get ready for another adventure in The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Today we are unlocking the fiery padlocks of the FireTemple in Eldin on Death Mountain. What's up YouTube, it's your go-to gaming sidekick Cat, back in action reporting for duty from KKJinxx Gaming, gaming for fun. Our next adventure kicks off at the heart of Goron City, located just a stone's throw away from the Woodland Stable and the Marakuguc Shrine. For all the juicy details, find the shrine solution waiting for you down in the description below. Before we kick things off, a quick heads up. This speedy guide might be just a smidge slower than my usual rapid fire guides. But why, you ask? Well, this adventure is so full of twists and turns, it's like a maze down there. No worries, I've mapped out the path of least resistance, all for your convenience. So we shall affectionately dub this one the reasonably paced quick guide. No rush, no fuss. Alright, let's cut the chit-chat and make our way to the bustling heart of Goron City on Death Mountain. There's a nifty little path from the Woodland Stable that'll take you right to Goron City. And here's the kicker. Death Mountain is a lot cooler now. And not in the sense that it's more awesome than it used to be, but more in the sense that most of the lava has cooled and created new paths. No fire resistance needed outside a cave. To get this party started, let's meet right smack dab in the city center. Keep an eye out for Bluto and our not-so-Goron-looking Goron. What's his deal, you ask? Well, his eyes are shining like he's auditioning for a Christmas tree, and he's about as responsive as an igneous rock. And not in the cool Goron way. Looks like he's been sampling some questionable Goron snacks. Many of the Gorons in Goron City are ravenously eating marbled rock roast. Yunobo has apparently been mining this garbage through Yunobo Coq HQ and feeding it to his people under the thumb of a blonde lady who looks suspiciously similar to Princess Zelda. The baby Gorons spill the sizzling beans. Yunobo, who could pass for a pro wrestler on primetime TV, has been mining and serving up this trash to his fellow Gorons, turning them into the chillest bunch of rocks you'll ever meet. Feeling the heat of our discovery, Yunobo heads back to the grind at Yunobo Coq HQ. Let's shadow Yunobo and the 2-pint-sized tattletales all the way to the heart of Yunobo Coq HQ. For the smoothest path, keep going straight ahead, away from the Goron who seems to have a tummy ache. Further up, you'll find a goddess statue. If you have offerings, now's the time. I'm focusing on boosting my stamina. Keep on the path, and beyond the Marakuguc Shrine, you'll encounter a pair of railway platforms. Opt for the upper one, and it's your express ticket to Yunobo Coq HQ. There's a handy-dandy fan and a trusty minecart just waiting for you. Hop aboard and ride the rails all the way to Yunobo Coq HQ. As you crash into the stopper, you'll find a couple entrances beckoning you. In case you missed the chance to grab the Flamebreaker armor in Goron City, fear not. There's a convenient shop right here that sells a piece of this toasty gear, which is all you really need. I managed to conquer the entire temple with just a single piece. Now that we've geared up, it's time to backtrack to the Yunobo Coq HQ cave and have a chat with those little baby Gorons. Make sure to have a weapon at the ready. It doesn't matter if it's a colossal sword or a toothpick, they all pack the same punch. You'll need it for the showdown with your dearest Goron buddy. The baby Gorons have their orders to protect the entrance, but they're well aware of the strong bond between Link and Yunobo. They're willing to let Link through if he agrees to attempt to reason with their wayward friend Yunobo. It's a chance to bring some sense back into the picture. As we step inside, there's Yunobo alongside the blonde woman who's a dead ringer for Princess Zelda. It's crystal clear that she's pulling Yunobo's strings with that pro wrestling mask that ominously glows red when he's under her control. Well, there's our issue right there. Time to take matters into our own hands and to break that mask right off his face. Don't worry, he'll surely thank us later. Get ready because Yunobo's charging our way, and we need to be nimble and dodge his moves. When he smacks into a wall, he'll be temporarily stunned and he'll see stars. That's our cue to strike and chip away at that pesky mask. But if he collides with more durable marbled rock, our hits won't help. Keep leading him toward the walls. And when he's seeing stars for the third time, seize the opportunity to smack that mask off completely. It's the key to regaining control of his mind and putting an end to his crazy antics. As Yunobo starts piecing together the puzzle, he spots the blonde woman making a hasty exit from the cave. And then disaster strikes as a cave-in of marbled rock seals the way behind her. Thankfully, Yunobo's got a knack for breaking through marbled rock. This is when he reveals that he can't control his charging direction on his own, but if you guide him, he can charge in the right direction. You know, it's a team effort. And we'll need to strike that marbled rock twice to clear the path. Time to work together and break on through. As we step outside the cave, Yunobo is struck by the shocking sight of what's spewing from Death Mountain. The baby Gorons help jog Yunobo's memory, reminding him of the past when he was overcome with fear that Death Mountain was on the brink of eruption. That's when he ventured out to investigate, only to return wearing that eerie pro wrestling mask. The pieces of the puzzle are starting to fall into place. With Yunobo's memory returning, he recalls the location where he met up with Zelda and begins to wonder if we might just find her if we head in that direction. To reach our destination quickly, let's double back to the minecarts we used to get here. This time, we'll opt for the lower rails, and I recommend bringing the minecart and the fan along with you for the ride. Once you're down here, simply hop in and ride that rail until it comes to a halt. From where you've stopped, there's a cave ahead and an external rail system. This one will whisk you close to Death Mountain's peak, with another fan and minecart ready to roll. But be ready for challenges. The pesky marbled rocks are the first hurdle, requiring Yunobo's charging skills. The bright side is that Yunobo's recharge is speedy in a powered vehicle, ensuring he's back quickly. You'll depend on Yunobo to guide you through this obstacle course to reach the top. Throughout this rail adventure, you'll encounter enemies stationed alongside the tracks, often spaced just right for Yunobo's charge to knock them out. If your energy wells are as low as mine, remember you can use those Zonai charges to replenish your battery. Just click on them and select use from the menu to keep the ride going. At a certain point, you'll encounter a platform with bokoblins. You'll have two options: stop the minecart to recharge your battery, or, if you're like me, bulldoze your way through life and continue riding, obliterating foes along the way and even collecting their loot. Keep riding the minecart until it grinds to a halt. Climb the ramp and Yunobo realizes we've reached our destination. Approach him and engage in conversation once more. As we do, we spot the blonde woman again, and just then, the volcano starts undergoing a bizarre transformation. A repulsive entity named Moragia emerges, a monstrous mass of marbled rock. It turns out the marbled rock they were consuming had a living origin. Gross. Now it's time to join forces and obliterate this abomination. There's a wing equipped with fans and batteries that come in handy. All we need to do is land one hit on each of the three heads. If you miss, turn around for another attempt, but be on the lookout for fireballs being spewed at you. Once all three heads are defeated, the monstrous entity implodes. Now here's the kicker. Yunobo believes that Zelda fell into the volcano and charges right in, and we've got no choice but to dive in after him. As you fall deeper into the Death Mountain chasm, watch out for molten rock, and when you reach the clearing, make your way to the nearest light route. The Mustus light route is your target. To proceed, let's have another chit-chat with Yunobo. During our exchange, Yunobo hears a voice beckoning him to come its way, which happens to be to the west. We'll have to break through some marbled rock along the path as we head in that direction. Once you've reached the lava and are still facing west, you'll notice a partially built vehicle nearby. Right next to it, although it might be a little bit hard to spot, there are some marbled rock and another partially built vehicle with additional materials all conveniently gathered in one place. Use these materials to complete the vehicle and head towards the device dispenser. Make sure to pause and stock up. This dispenser has big wheels and batteries, and you can put those to good use. As you continue driving west towards the indicator, you'll notice a sort of unofficial path. Be cautious not to overshoot your mark. If you've reached the firelight, you've gone too far. Keep an eye out for a hill and some marbled rock. That's the way to proceed. Upon reaching the hill's summit, turn left to face south. And I know that's confusing, but trust me, if you watch your mini-map, it makes sense. Then you're going to take a right and go up the hill past the army camp. At the hill's peak, break the marbled rock. Let me take a moment to show you what this illuminated path looks like. It should help clarify the direction we're heading. To the left is an army camp, and right next to it, you'll find a minecart rail system, which is our destination. I suggest taking out the camp since it'll make attaching a fan to the minecart much easier. No need to use the rail system if you prefer to confront the horriblins up ahead under that skeleton. Otherwise, you can simply ride right past them. The choice is yours. Right before the end of the tracks, you'll encounter more marbled rock. And just to the right is the path leading to the FireTemple. Continue up the road towards the FireTemple, Lost Gorondia. Break through the marbled rock and proceed. When Yunobo stops, be sure to chat with him. Don't leave him behind. He'll stay put if you do. Trust me. This happened to me. I actually got pretty far where I was like, wait, where's Yunobo? So just make sure you talk to him. As you get closer, you spot Zelda behind a locked gate, heading up into the marbled rock. It's our cue to hurry and come to her aid. Now's the perfect moment to take a closer look at that dragon ring over there. And no surprises here, the gate's locked. Fortunately, Yunobo possesses the skill to unlock it. That strange voice told us so. Alright, let's kick things off and get this temple rolling for real this time. To start, turn around and head to the right. Deal with the soldier construct, then leap onto the igneous rock to safely cross the lava flow. Over to the far left, you'll find a fire hydrant. Use it to generate igneous slabs, allowing you to traverse another lava river. On the opposite bank, there's a minecart waiting for you. Hop in, and when Yunobo's lined up, activate that rail swapper to take a ride in the minecart to the end. Inside, you'll find some water hydrants. Use your ultra hand to pick one up and carry it to the opposite side of the wall. Be cautious, though, as there's a fire-like on the other side. Small splash of water will stun him, allowing you to use your sword to defeat the creature. Now let's make our way to the first lock. Use a fire hydrant to create igneous slabs. If you gently sway the water hydrant side to side, you can actually form a long slab. If not, just use smaller slabs and connect them to create a ramp. After that, utilize Yunobo's charge to break that marbled rock. Whoa, check that out! That looks like a gong! Charge Yunobo into the gong, and the action will unlock the first padlock. Only 4 more to find, Goro! As you explore around the gongs, you might spot capsules and chests. While most of the chests contain arrows, which are handy, I'll leave those for you to collect. However, there is one chest I would like to draw your attention to. Time to retrace our steps to the spot where the fire-like met its demise, and then head straight across the way, scaling the wall to reach the ledge. You'll encounter a chest and 2 soldier constructs. As for me, I'm bypassing the constructs and cracking open that chest to unveil a diamond. Stuff that in your pocket, and let's double back to where you left your minecart. Hit the switch to open the gate and hop into your minecart to proceed. Along the way, you'll encounter some minor obstacles, but ride the cart all the way to the end. Once there, hit the switch to rotate the minecart to face the opposite direction, and then swiftly ride forward again. Be quick because we also need to hit this rail swapper to veer to the right. Ride it until it comes to a halt. Vanquish those pebblets and make your way towards the bridge on the left side of your minecart. Activate the switch to lower the rails, then hop into the minecart and enjoy the ride. Time to tackle the second lock. Inside, guide Yunobo to the middle platform and have him activate his charge right at the corner. And I mean like right at the corner to shatter that marbled rock. This action will let the water from the water hydrant spray the lava, creating a path of igneous rock that will lead right to you. How convenient. Once it's safe, jump onto the igneous rock, recall it, and then hop on to make your way across the lava. On the other side of this wall, you'll encounter another soldier construct and the second gong. Charge Yunobo into it to unlock it. That's 3 to go! Let's hurry, Goro! Now return across the lava to where your minecart is waiting. Hit the switch to turn your minecart around. Next, hit the switch on the other side to raise the rail back up. If you have trouble lining up Yunobo and hitting the switch successfully from here, you can attach a key side to an arrow and aim right for the circle on the switch. Then, ride your minecart up. When it stops, head back and defeat the soldier construct. There's a switch here that creates an elevator, but you shouldn't need it if you're following this guide. Now we need to go in the only other direction that we have, but this rail is broken. To solve this problem, attach a rocket to the minecart so it's pointing forward. Make sure it's flat. This will enable you to leap over that broken track and proceed to the third gong. Up here, you'll encounter a weaker soldier construct to defeat. As you move forward, you'll come across some broken bridges. The first one can be straightened out and used as a ramp, but it mainly just scatters capsules around. You can skip it if you prefer. But further back, there's a bridge that's broken in half. Attach the 2 sides together and voila! It becomes both a bridge and a ramp. Charge Yunobo up the ramp, breaking the marbled rock and allowing a block to fall. Climb onto that block and use your recall ability to be lifted up to the third gong. Charge Yunobo into it to unlock that padlock. Just 2 left, Link. Let's beef it up, Goro! Now, jump back down the hole and return to your minecart. Hit the switch between the 2 rails and it lowers the unbroken rail. Pick up a minecart and go back to the level that you came from. This time, approach the 2 switches on the other side and then hit them in the sequence of left, then right, and finally left again. Again, that is left, right, left. This will turn and raise the rail. Get into your minecart and ride up and around. It's quite a lengthy journey and your cart won't stop. It loops around. Eventually, you'll spot a platform that you can leap onto from your cart. Alright, it is time to get the fourth gong. Immediately, you'll come across an igneous slab acting like a ramp. Charge Yunobo into it and break the marbled rock, allowing water to splash the lava. But we need a more substantial ramp. Retrieve that slab and attach either 2 long ones or 4 small ones at least to create a ramp for this purpose. Ensure they are aligned correctly or Yunobo won't hit the target. Position it in this corner and charge Yunobo right into that gong to unlock the 4th padlock. Only one left. Almost done, Goro. Alright folks, it's time to secure our 5th and final gong. Grab that ramp you've assembled and flip it around to face the opposite direction. This time, we're going for an impressively large ramp, okay? Just bear with me. I personally added 5 more slabs to my pre-existing ramp. But be aware that this can be a bit tricky to navigate, and I had my own mishap where I dropped mine and had to use the recall ability to get it back, cause yeah, I'm not building that again. We're constructing the ramp this way because we'll need to walk across it after Yunobo breaks the marbled rock. Once you make it to the other side, you'll come across a sizable hole that I want you to glide down into. After you land, hit that switch to open the gate and then charge Yunobo into that gong and unlock that last padlock. That's all the locks, Link. The door should open. Let's go see, Goro. Now simply follow the path right back to the very place we started, the locked gate and the dragon ring. Examine it once more and let's get this party started. Upon entering the room, you'll notice all the room for activities. But our primary task is to break this marbled rock holding Zelda hostage. You can charge Yunobo into the conveniently rounded walls, and that will hit him up on the top of the ceiling. So yeah, Zelda looks a little different, huh? No, I'm just kidding. This is a marbled Gohma. But fear not, it's not as terrifying as it appears. First things first, charge Yunobo into a leg that isn't in the process of being lifted. Marbled Gohma will begin spitting rocks that surround you and explode. To deal with this, I like to recall one and slip through so that I can break another leg, causing the beast to come crashing down. Then hop onto its head and start pounding away at its eye. The stronger your weapon, the better. And if you don't get it to the halfway on the first go, simply repeat the same steps. Once it reaches halfway, it'll attach itself to the ceiling, and you'll need to use those conveniently curved walls to hit the marbled Gohma and knock it down. After that, repeat the same process. Recall what it throws, hop on, beat the living daylights out of its eye, and voila! You'll probably get thrown off, but that's perfectly fine. We just need to keep repeating these steps until it's finally defeated. You know, rinse and repeat. By following this strategy, you don't need to be very far in the game to succeed. As you can see, even with just a handful of hearts, I barely took any damage. That's it! You earn another heart to add to your collection, along with the story of the Goron's involvement in the Great Imprisoning War and the vow of the sages to fight alongside the swordsman Link and defeat the Demon King once and for all. Then, you're sent back to Goron City to continue the main quest and everything starts to return to normal. After speaking with Yunobo and Bluto again, Yunobo may feel like an idiot, but it's okay because the day is saved. And now, you have an avatar to follow you around and run into stuff whenever you need. And that, boys and girls, is where we call it a day. If you enjoyed this video or picked up some new gaming wisdom, don't forget to power up this channel by smashing that like and subscribe button. It really helps a small channel up against the algorithm. And for the latest intel, punch that bell in the face so you're always in the loop when I drop fresh content. And if you're still not satisfied, check out the merch below. Until next time, keep gaming, keep laughing, and keep learning. With that being said, this is KKJinxx, over and out.